What if you could create 30 days of Facebook content in 10 minutes or less? I'm going to show you exactly how I just did this with a client with the help of AI, but not in the way that you've been taught. So let's talk about it. Most local business owners post on Facebook for everyone. They think that the more people they reach, the better. So they keep posting broad content, which is generic and something that could relate to anyone. And that was Lori when we first started our strategy session. She's a dog trainer with real credentials, certifications in canine fitness, years of experience helping dogs and their owners, but her Facebook content was just all over the place. So we had generic training tips, random advice, reposts of events happening, stuff that could literally apply to any dog owner on the planet. So we got on a Zoom call and I used AI to help me run the entire strategy session. First thing we figured out, she was trying to talk to every dog owner, but she didn't actually want to work with every dog owner. She wanted committed dog owners, the ones who see their dog as a real partner, the ones who want to build a deeper relationship through structured training. So once we got clear on that, everything started to change. Now her Facebook content had a specific person to talk to. Every post could speak directly to that person instead of trying to appeal to everyone. You need to know exactly who you're talking to. Not everyone, not anyone who might need you, one specific person with one specific problem. And when you know that, everything else gets so much easier. That's the first piece, but knowing your audience is not enough. You can know exactly who you're talking to and still sound like everybody else on Facebook. Here's the problem with most business owner Facebook content, and I say this lovingly, it all sounds the same. You have the same tips, the same advice, the same generic posts that blend into everyone else's feed. And when I looked at Lori's Facebook post before our session, that's unfortunately what I was seeing. She sounded like every other dog trainer out there, but nothing that made you stop and think, man, I really want to work with this person. So during our strategy session, I asked her what she believes in that other trainers don't. What makes her approach actually different? And this is where it got really interesting. Lori sees things completely different. So she believes training isn't just about obedience. It's about partnership, building a real relationship between you and your dog. She also combines training with canine fitness, and most trainers don't touch that. She does, and that's her message. That is what sets her apart. And once we locked that in, AI knew exactly how to rate Facebook content that sounded like her. You need a message, something you believe in that other people in your space don't, a point of view that makes people actually stop scrolling. When your message is clear, your content stops blending in like everybody else. So now we knew who she was talking to. We knew what made her different. But there's another piece, and this is the one that makes planning Facebook so much easier. You ever sit down to post on Facebook and just like stare at the screen, like you just have no idea what you're going to say? There's just nothing coming to your brain and no real direction. You just look at a blank screen and you're like, what the hell am I gonna post today? So that was Lori before our session as well. Some weeks she'd be on fire, 5, 6, 7 posts, feeling good about it. And then other weeks, not so much. No real consistency in message and no system. The problem wasn't motivation. The problem was that she didn't have themes. So during our session, we locked in 3 core themes for her content, 3 content buckets that everything would fit into. Theme 1, pet grief support. This is a whole side of her business that most people don't even know about. Theme 2 is goal-oriented dog training, not just basic obedience, working towards real milestones with your dog. And theme 3 was canine fitness, how physical fitness improves training performance and strengthens the bond between the dog and the owner. 3 themes, that's it. Now she never has to stare at a blank screen ever again. Every single piece of content fits into one of these 3 buckets. When you have your themes locked, content gets so much easier. I promise you, you're not reinventing the wheel. Every single time you post, you know exactly what you're going to talk about. That's the basic strategy up front. You have your audience, your message, and your themes. And I broke all these down in my last video. I'll link that in the description if you want to watch. But here is where it gets really good. This is how AI takes everything that we figured out with Lori and turns it into 30 days of Facebook content without spitting out garbage. Almost every single business owner uses AI wrong. They will open up ChatGPT, right? And they say, give me 30 Facebook posts about this idea, about this business. And what they get back is garbage, generic, robotic, sounds like everyone else, posting the same stuff. So they either spend hours trying to fix it, or they just give up with AI completely, or they just copy, paste it, and send it out, right? Here's why this happens. AI is creating from nothing. It doesn't know who you're talking to. It doesn't know your message. It doesn't know your themes. So what does it do? It guesses. And when it guesses, it's broad and it sounds like garbage. But with Lori, we had that strategy locked in first, and everything changed. So after our Zoom call, I took the entire transcript from our conversation and I put it into Claude. And if you don't know what Claude is, it's another AI tool, works very similar to ChatGPT. But here's the big difference. You can save documents into a project so that AI always has context to pull from. I had Claude take everything that we talked about and literally turned it into a 128-page PDF full strategy document, right? So she had this for creating content, her audience, her message, her themes, all of it. And I sent that to her, and then she uploaded it into her own Claude project. Then, this is super simple. I told her to type in one sentence. Give me a 30-day Facebook content calendar based on my strategy in the project knowledge, and freaking magic happened. It came back in under 60 seconds. 30 Facebook posts, all different, all tied to her 3 themes, all sounding like her, not generic, not robotic, and actual content that she could use. Now think about that for a second. 30 days of content in under a minute. What's stopping you from doing that again the next month and the month after that? You can just keep going and do a full year of content in literally like 10 minutes or less. And that's the power of having a strategy first. But before you go and try this, let me tell you where the majority of people mess up. Because if you make these next 3 mistakes, this will fall apart. Mistake number 1 is people plan out the whole month and try to stick to it no matter what. They create 30 posts and they think they're done. They set it and they forget it. I've seen business owners do this. I have done this myself. They batch everything at once, schedule it all out, and then 2 weeks later, their Facebook content just feels completely off. It's not connecting anymore. People aren't engaging like they used to, but they keep posting it anyway because they already had it planned, right? Why change it? It makes total sense. Don't do that. Here's the thing, you have no idea what's actually going to work until you post it and get feedback. You don't know what your audience is going to engage with. You don't know what's going to bring in leads and what's going to flop. You won't know any of that until you put it out there and see what happens. So create your month of Facebook content, post it, watch what hits, watch what flops, then create your next 30 days based on what you learn. That's how you actually get better. Mistake number 2 is people copy and paste what AI gives them. Almost every single business owner does this. They don't even read it. They just dump it straight into Facebook and hit schedule, done. I've seen this happen so many times. I've done this early on. The posts come out sounding like generic garbage, right? Nothing about how that person actually really talks. And then they wonder why nobody engages with their content, why nobody comments, and nobody reaches out, and you get no freaking leads. Don't do that either. AI gives you the structure, you make it human. Go through every single post, read it out loud. Does it sound like how you would actually talk? Would you say it that way in real life? If not, change it, make it yours. Mistake number 3, people never update their strategy, right? They create it once and then they use it forever, like it's carved in stone or something completely unchangeable. But think about it, your business evolves. What you're learning from now, it's going to change in 6 months. Then your audience evolves. 12 months from now, you're going to know things about your audience that you didn't know today. You're going to learn what content they respond to, what questions they ask, what problems they're actually dealing with. So if you're still running off the same strategy document from 6-12 months ago, your Facebook content is going to feel stale. It's not going to connect the way that it used to. Your strategy is a living document. Every few months, go back and update it with what you learn, what's working, and remove what's not working. This is so important. Keep it fresh. If you want the full breakdown of how to build your strategy from scratch, watch this next video and where I walk through the entire step-by-step process, everything you need to know. And if you want to work with me to build out the strategy session with you, we can hop on a Zoom call for about an hour and a half, lock in your audience, your message, your themes, all that good stuff. I'll build out the full strategy document and send it to you. You upload it into your AI system. Link for that is in the description. And if you want to be around other business owners who are building the same thing as you, and you want to join my free Facebook group, it's called Get Clients with Facebook. I'll make sure I link to that as well. See you in the next video.